Are we back? Are we back? What's going on? YouTube! Great, that was wild. I don't know what happened there. YouTube just died. Completely. For me. You'll love to see it, right. I'm gonna have to re-ping the Discord server. Hey! Hello everyone! One sec, I'll tweet out as well. God, YouTube, what is happening today? It was not on your guys' end. I don't know what happened. For me, it's still OBS still said I'm streaming. It was literally on YouTube's end. OBS had like no issues. It was not frozen. It still said I was streaming. It was just YouTube just completely killed the connection. Like that was on YouTube's end, not me. You dead? Hello, Christian. How you doing? Yeah, YouTube just died. YouTube completely died. Right. I'm gonna tweet out the link as well. But yeah, no, OBS didn't say like I got disconnected or anything. Like I looked at the chat and I was like, people were like, oh, where did the stream go? And I look at the stream and it was just dead. It just ended. Anyway. How are you guys doing? Right. The thing is, I was actually how much did you guys see? No! No! I was killing this fight! I was killing. No, I got plot armor right at the end! You're kidding me! I almost did this whole fight without plot armor! And then YouTube dies! And then I get. Okay. Health bars, you're kidding me! I literally got her down to like 3 health bars without getting like killed once. I am actually so mad that YouTube died because I was doing great in the fight. Oh boy. Crimson particles gather in Alpha's left hand, thinking together a consciousness in Lucia's. The noises in Lucia's mind gradually lowered, along with her level of infection. Were you trying to release your power and find a way to contain it through the battle just now? Did you notice that? You fought so many times. Of course I can tell if there's something wrong with it, you. Stop pretending that you understand me. But you were right. Why did you do that? That's the only way to buy more time. You were right. The Ascension Network is our common enemy now. If we really fought to death, that would just be what it wanted. You're suggesting that this is also part of the filtering. We can sense each other's whereabouts. What exactly is filtering? Some things can only be understood when you connect to the Ascension Network. You want to become an Ascendant? Alpha gives up. It's not a phase. Mom binds even after puberty. Yep. Absolutely she does. Lucia shakes her head. Then stop asking. Come with me. I accept your offer for now. You can still regret it now. I mean, if anyone sees you with me or your Grey Raven will still be in trouble. It has nothing to do with Commandant or others. Testified before I came here. Relax. The place we're going to is still a secret. Maybe they would panic more without being exposed. Who knows? What exactly have you been investigating? The North Asian Research Institute of Life Sciences and Evolution. It has another more common name, Fort Winter. It's the most secret lab Chrono is hiding from the world. You'll also find the records about Project Winter you've been chasing. God, I'm so mad that it cut off such a good fight! I was actually killing it! And YouTube decided no. I'm a little bit mad. A little bit. Not as grand as one would imagine, nor does it have any necessary decorations. The building just as quietly as the mountains like a flat rock. Is that the North Asian Research Institute of Life Sciences and Evolution? After taking off his eye mask, the male researcher exclaims as he looks at the fortress that blends in perfectly with his surroundings. It's already in early spring, but the dark soil is still covered by a thin layer of melting snow. Apart from the fortress built into the rocks, no sign of human civilization could be found nearby. Still, fully armed patrolling guards can be seen between the steel structure. How unimpressive. I think that fits as well. A well-mannered man walks out from an exit nearby. I heard of this practice called stone gambling. People would spend millions to buy mineral rocks that could possibly contain jadeite instead. Once a deal is agreed upon, the seller would cut the stone open. A high-grade jadeite may immediately earn the buyer a huge fortune, but may only end up with an ordinary rock with nothing. The gamblers are betting their vision and luck on their stones. But to us, we have no clue how many more attempts it will take for the research to be successful, or whether it will be successful at all. We don't know whether we'll get any results before we run out of funds. That's no different from the stone gambling, don't you think? Before getting a real result, our efforts are but unimpressive stones. Who will care about them other than the buyers? Of course, we would still make contributions to science by eliminating the wrong answers. But to us, we'll just become other people's stepping stone. The man says with a self-mocking laugh. Were you sacked by the department? Or did your entire team run out of funds and get disbanded? It's a very sharp question. Don't say that to your colleagues. The researcher gives a resigned look after hearing the man's straightforward comment. And I'm not a researcher here. Strictly speaking, I'm just a businessman who came to hand over something. I've heard of your name, Mr. Godwin. It's a great shame that those boring fools can't appreciate your bold experiments. Rest assured that you'll get all the support you want. Hope we meet again. The man quickly walks to the helicopter. The Godwin just left. Its blades send snow flying, hitting Godwin's face. Feeling the chill, he wraps himself closer with the coat. So cold. After billions of years of evolution, humans have finally climbed to the top of the food chain. The Earth is like a comfortable cradle, protecting humans with its atmosphere. However, this shelter is also an umbilical cord that humans cannot lose. It firmly chains their civilization to Earth. Extreme environments, mutated germs. Even the slightest deviation from comfortable temperature would make the fragile human body rapidly deteriorate. Not to mention the deadly radiation, low temperature and lack of oxygen in space. Mankind's longing for the universe cannot make it less harsh to themselves. That is why they have spent a great amount of resources to improve their life support systems in space. Humans are not sending themselves to outer space. They are bringing the Earth's ecosystem there. That is nothing but an extension of the umbilical cord. Without a vessel vast like the Earth, without infinite energy, where could this cord reach? Perhaps humans will never find the next comfort zone before exhausting all their resources. To humans, this is like a deadly winter they will never be able to survive through. But this time, they will attempt to change themselves and cut off the cord, so they can get through the deadly winter in the universe. That is also why he signed that suspiciously long contract and came here. Because in this place, humans will have a chance to step onto another ladder of evolution again after tens of thousands of years. Only that this time, they get to decide where it leads. Bang. As the black steel doors open, the sound of a rotating shaft brings Godwin back to reality. I'm not gonna laugh at the word shaft. I'm too mature for that. Of course, before those great visions comes true. Both Godwin and the COVID investigators have more obvious purpose. Henlo! Project Winter is like a well-nurtured giant tree. The higher it reaches towards the sky, the deeper its roots have to extend into the darkness underground. No matter what it takes, they want to take control of time, the ultimate resource of the universe. Godwin casts one last glance at the snowy mountains, then turns back and steps into the dark passage. Two uninvited guests have come to the Silent Fortress. Here we are. The torturous mountain pass did not slow them down at all. Soon the entire Fort Winter has appeared before the two of them. Lucia and Alpha approached the building. To their surprise, no alarm was sounded. Oh shoot, actually, how did I time out the game? I didn't press the keyboard at all. It's too quiet here. What happened? We'll find out after we get in. The surveillance cameras are still following them as they move, suggesting that this place is not deserted. Instead, it's just silently observing the actors on the stage. Alpha looks up at the massive gate in front. While the fort is not actively shutting them out, it does not seem to welcome their arrival either. It seems this gate can only be opened from inside. Lucia came to a conclusion after investigating briefly. For a large research facility like this, there should be other emergency exits. Let's search elsewhere. There's no need. The gate is thicker than the length of your blade. It's impossible to cut it open. That's not what I meant. Alpha touches the security device with her fingertip. Red electric current flows through the device. Soon the gates open, revealing a deep, dark passage. Ooh! Leading the way, she walks across the storm and enters the building. Man, she's so cool. Hey, we're in Project Winter. Or Fort Winter, what it's called. According to the elevator's floor plan, this floor seems to be their lab. Might be some useful info here. Oh, I didn't mean to skip! Whoops! Whoops! Oh, wait, I need to redo that. I did not mean to skip that. I'm having a moment. I'm so tired. and YouTube crashing has messed with my brain. Thank you so much for kicking on the membership. Thank you! Feeling motivated? Yeah, Mr. Krabs, very motivated. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you! So much. Alright. The first door leads to the decontamination path, and it's still functional. The identity verification lock has been disengaged. We're strutting slowly, yeah, I know! Just... Here we are. Oh! Wait, how do I... This thing? Oh, the open door. This is weird and cool. These things! Whoa! Those brains? Oh, wow, this is very cool. I know exactly what kind of vibes this is giving me. A lot of the data here is corrupted. Oh, a lot of the data here is corrupted. Only a few logs remain. Project Philia, or Cathila. I remember this project started with the punishing virus. First time I heard of it was when Dad was watching the news. Right. Back then it was touted as a project that could grant humans immortality, intended to be used first in scientists and great minds. Putting the project's name here means it's not entirely unrelated to Project Winter. Look, there's an experimental log here. From cloning embryos to dissecting human bodies to interfacing mind with mechanical frames. Aside from the cloning, most of this standard procedure for the early constructs. Nothing out of the ordinary. These frames, left in the current vessels, they're part of the experiment. Making them up should give us the answers we need. Henlo eats on the lake for 3 hours because you blacked out. No, it's fine. Just as far as you're concerned, the stream only started 14 minutes ago because YouTube killed the last stream. Awakening specimen. Specimen vitality insufficient. Please proceed to the laboratory to inspect the procedure and replace the specimen. The entrance ahead is unlocked. Let's go. What are you looking at? Rest in peace. When you say that out loud, they can't hear you anymore. The dead might not hear, but those words are for the living's comfort. At least that's what Liv would have said. am I looking for? It's not this thing. Am I leaving this? Alert! Intruders detected. These guys look kind of cute. These guys look very cute. Oh, not to kill them, but. Hey, I did the attack right! Did it right! Whoa! I did it right!
I won't hold that life and death are but a moment apart.
Nice! This way?
I will sever this prison of fate.
Oh my god. They did not need to go this hard in their animations! Going out to kill them all.
Life and death are but a moment apart. I shall take the sun stack. Shall be my blade. Give up.
I love that attack so much.
Now you're on the other side of the line.
It's amazing. Oh, it's just 2 you left?
Give up.
Are we good? Everyone? Ah, she's so cool. Why is she squatting at her ult? Because she has like thighs of steel. There's another construct here. Was he part of the experiments too? Could be another intruder. Check him for anything useful. Aberrant test subject. This one's being attacked. Okay. Had a key. Out of ammo, so he shot at things and still died. The terminal corresponding to the key, this thing, right? This terminal still works. Let's see if there's any data left. Let me try. So it's a bank then. Access control. Unlock entrance. Because the material wants to see what this is. What's that? I don't see anything in there. It's fine though. Let's leave. Let's leave the lab. Is this way to leave? Yeah, I see. After the last security robot fell to the blades, a brief moment of silence returned to the empty lab. Sorry, I'm stretching it. Oh god, my poor spine is not meant for this. Right, the two of them started to check undamaged documents on the desk and terminals and maintaining a certain distance in between. What's this? Our Prawn has caught Alpha's attention. How ironic. What's the matter? Read it for yourself. Alpha hands over the report. City 023, Conservation Area 112, Depost D56. These are all small-scale bases destroyed by hetero creatures. Shadow creatures weren't the only things behind those deaths. The attacks. They had planned everything. As Lucia reads through the detailed attack plans, her hand starts to shake uncontrollably. Only in a chaotic environment can they accomplish their shady business. They also need more missing persons for their experiments. Alpha activates the self-destruct program of the cultivation tanks. Without a sound, the test subjects are dissolved in the transparent liquid. What are you doing? Alpha looks at her other self on the side of the cultivation tank. Through the rippling liquid, Lucia's reflection gradually merges with her own. Oh, what a cool CG! Ah, it's so cool! I was giving them a peaceful ending. Do you want them to continue serving Project Winter in these forms? Without a word, Lucia puts away the report. Rest in peace. Submitting this report won't do anything to those people behind the curtain. It will only bring trouble to yourself instead. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't let this darkness continue to spread. It will continue to feed on mankind's greed. As long as humans still long for the Ascension Network, your efforts will only be futile. Alpha lets out a self-mocking laugh. Even the specialized frames that help you through the crisis for the product of these plans, weren't they? I still don't think that's right. Past mistakes can be corrected, but it doesn't mean we should continue doing the wrong things. No, the situation's bad enough for us to give up the good things. Cell modification is destined to be a painful path. To change humanity itself means that all social structures, ethics, and morals built upon the biological foundation of humans will be reshuffled. It will take a long time for humanity to erase the pains that emerge from the transition between old and new orders. I'm so disappointed in you. Godwin stares at a newly joined researcher assistant in temporary prison modified from underground warehouse. He sounds incredibly calm. Why did you attempt to leak that information? Did the Science Council send you here? Was it Cowling? Exilic? How much did they offer you? Nobody sent us here and made any offer. It's just that we couldn't take it any longer. Pastor, let's stop. These experiments should not continue. I told you on the first day you arrived. Unlike other projects, we were trying to embrace a new evolution. Don't let the shackles of old time hold you back. You threw those people directly into the experiments. Biologically, they were no different from the clone test subjects obtained through Project Cathila. But we weren't able to get any more variety from the clone samples. Technology that can only be applied to select individuals is useless. Heavy Haramai, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? The sister remains silent. Godwin lets out a sigh. The curiosity of humans has already begun to compromise with their physical conditions. Back in Newton's time, a human could master all the available scientific knowledge with sufficient perseverance and talent. These days, just learning the basics of a minor field of science would consume a person's entire life. How much innovation can they make after wasting away their mind's golden time? It's highly likely in the future that a person can't even finish learning a subfield throughout their life. By that time, it'll be too late for mankind to change. No need to lament for these people of the old days. Their greatest contribution to the new era will be to become its foundation. But sir, aren't we also a form of the old days? No, we're the Trailblazers. Pioneering a new era always comes with blood and sacrifice. You either become a trailblazer or end up stepping stone. That's a duty that no one can escape. I hope you can understand. You're my best student. If that's the case, who will be able to tell us what we're doing is right? Only those who will reach the end deserve a second chance to talk about right or wrong. But they'll never have a second chance. Professor, there is no future in your eyes. I only see a devil. As Lucia and Alpha go deeper into the Institute, they see bullet marks, dented and shattered screens, as well as overturned desks and chairs everywhere. All of them are revealing the intensity of the conflict that took place earlier. However, why are there no bodies? If there's any bloodstain left, they could have at least traced it. But all the evidence seems to have cleaned away by the diligent cleaning robots. The cleaning robots wouldn't be able to carry the bodies. Someone else might be here. Alpha recalls the voice that told her about the shuttle. Could it be her? Alpha's never ruled out the possibility that this is the trap. You suddenly see someone out of the corner of her eye. Here. Her dagger cuts through the air, creating a small whirlwind that sends all the paper flying. The black humanoid was impaled on the wall. Paper slowly falls to the ground, revealing its real look. It's attached to something from the cultivation tank. Well, this must be their assembled product. What a horrible taste. You'll probably see a lot of enemies like this in the next area. Even if they can still move, they're but mindless counterfeits that are neither constructs nor humans. Spare no mercy. Don't be fooled by that brain on them. You don't need to remind me. I need to change this from just being Kamu wearing a dress. No, Kami wearing a dress. As cool as Kami wearing a dress is, I should probably add more variety to this loading screens. Decontamination completed! Yippee! We're in the Memory Research Center. Research into the brain and mind. Now let's keep moving. Kama wearing a dress to be the variety we need. Yeah, we need to see Kama wearing a dress. Okay, takes the next floor. What? Yes, I have to fight now. Yippee! Oh.
Life and death are
well,
but a moment of...
I sort of might be kind of just no! What do I do now? I softlocked myself! Can I face through the wall? No, I just softlocked myself.
This prison of fate.
I'm out of bounds! Really? Really? Can I like glitch back
Life
through?
and death
I have to
are but a
restart
moment
the
apart.
thing.
Life and death
No,
are but
you
a
can't go. I'm
moment
gonna have to
apart.
restart. Damn it! Can I like glitch out even further? Actually, now that I'm here. I think I can though.
Life and death are but a moment
It's
apart.
because I locked onto an enemy, right? And I was using the dash.
Life and
Didn't want to
death are but
glitch
a
out to
moment
where I
apart.
wasn't supposed to be able to reach. I have to restart the stage! Okay. That's impressive though, right? Open door. Now do it again. No, I don't want to do it again. I want to do the actual game. Oh. Did I just bug myself again? Okay, no, I'm so worried. Alpha's dash is the dangerous thing. So these she was like dashed into it like that, you see? So I accidentally did it on the other side of the wall.
Life and death are but a moment apart.
One Alpha. To find another control panel. Bug fan, can we have 1,000 black cards as compensation, please? This is why I should be a QA tester, I feel like, in games. I'm a great QA tester, wouldn't I? We good? Yippee! Leave the storage room. How do I do that? It's locked. Let's turn off the Stealth Corrupted. buff, could open the door. Oh, now we're playing a co-op game. It's like we're playing my favorite club game, Portal 2. Me when I see a science facility. Actually, I love the aesthetics of this place. Where do I go? Oh, this thing here. And this one here.
Life and death are but a moment.
There we go, and then ult.
My blade. Is this all I have?
I waited too long that time. Give me the wanna do it?
Life and death are. Now you're on the other side.
Fuck!
I sever this prison of fate.
Fuck! Oh god, it's so satisfying, right? Okay, elevator, let's do it. Well, this time. Should be. Hold on, I think we got company. Endless infected test subjects swarm out from all directions. 2 of them stranded in the center. Looks like a wave in a black ocean. Alpha cuts the test subject in half with her dagger, then spins her hilt in a crescent to knock away another enemy approaching from her back. The test subject is thrown into the air and frozen by a chilling tornado. It falls to the ground and shatters. As Lucia pulls back her thruster to block a frontal attack, one test subject crawls out to the ceiling and descends upon its music. Descends upon her. Lucia sinks the dagger and wants to move on to the side, but another test subject grabs her blade. She's halted for a split second. But the falling attack is imminent. A thunderous clap strikes over her head, leaving behind the pungent odor of ozone. As the threat above her disappears, Lucia slashes apart the test subject, grabbing a weapon and falls back. She leans an Alpha's back. Please be a CG. Yes! I love them so much! Okay. Seeing the retreat, the test subjects hold their attack, as if they're thinking of a solution. How are you? So far, so good. Although their actions are still swift, both of them have an imperceptible fatigue on their tone. While facing enemies from all directions, they still have to focus more on suppressing the noise in their mind. Look at her abs. So yeah, no, girls with abs are great. Guys with abs not so much, but girls with abs, top tier stuff. Because they also like have this figure. And that's just like peak art. Just when you seem to have noticed their exhaustion, begin to swarm over again after staring at for only a brief moment. One side each. Alright. Lucia's thruster deflects the attack of several corrupted like a shield. A crimson katana cuts in half. Laying dances on the test subject's dark bodies, stunning them briefly. The next instant, a blade sweeps over and destroys their central system with precision. The light of the 2 blades mirrors each other, forming a perfect circle. Wave after wave, dark tides charge at them, only to be reduced into foam, unable to shake the rock at the center. Still, the rock is gradually collapsing inside. I denied to ask to send you to this condition. Her scar is of course there. Condition you look at my tummy truly blessed. Exactly! But like, tummy enjoyers are getting like completely blessed with alpha. The seemingly endless battle is wearing them down. The screeching noise deep in their minds getting increasingly clear to the point their actions are being hampered. After defeating another wave of attack. Alpha! Ready. One short sentence is enough for them to understand each other's intentions. Their tactics were already incredibly similar to begin with. The brief cooperation has created an impressive level of synergy. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh, I broke something. This is not good. I have a problem. Right, slight problem. Maybe, potentially slight problem. 1 second! This is not good. There's a reason why I use USB-C and not USB-A. Because USB-C charges faster for my phone. And I need to now plug it into a power bank. Heavy power bank. Because it doesn't charge enough for my PC. That might not be enough. We'll see. We'll see. We'll do the brightness as well. There we go. That might not actually do anything. We'll see. God, the universe hates me today. It'll give it the passive defense and eliminate all the enemies with one charge of strike. Lightning strikes a large area near them, creating a short window for Lucia. The airflow from the thruster's tail is sending them to the hammer the duo is out for flying. Holding tight into the thruster, Lucia rises to midair. Meanwhile, Alpha puts her blade back into the sheath and steps on the katana, when Lucia heads struck into the ground. With a strong push, she has reached the same height. Charged to the limit, Lucia hurls a frost attack towards the ground, freezing all the test subjects below. The indicator in Alpha's back, Alpha's blade sheath lined up one after another. She draws the blade at an imperceptible speed. Everyone is blinded with the dazzling lightning. When the two of them fall to the ground, the vision has been restored. It's working? It is working! It is working, oh my genius! Yippee, let's go! Yay! The ground around them is full of scorched black marks from the lightning strikes. All the test subjects lie on the ground lifelessly, becoming part of the scorched earth. Lucia pulls her katana out from the ground, trying to calm her simulated breathing. Alpha also sheaths her blade after confirming there are no enemies in sight. Let's get out first. Before Alpha could finish, they heard a horrifying noise underneath the trembling ground. The feeling of weightlessness soon arrives. The ground was already on the brink of collapse. Their charge of attack became the final straw. This depth is abnormal. The depth below is a lot greater than the room's height. Even convicts have a high chance of injury if they fall directly to the bottom. Even if they're lucky to land unscathed, they still need to watch out for falling rocks. As Alpha searches around for stepping places, she suddenly feels a drop in the nearby temperature. A hand reaches out to her. Over here. The thruster can hardly carry two constructs. Lucia freezes the falling rocks and barely connects them to a track. Following Lucia, Alpha also steps on the icy track. She deflects the incoming rocks with her hilt as Lucia continues to make the track. Soon they can feel solid ground under their feet. Lucia's thruster is already covered in frost. She puts it away and expects the unfamiliar environment. Can't find the basement in the previous records. There's only one possibility. I need to do my devoice for Alpha. There's only one possibility then. This place is a secret. Is a secret even to Corona's own staff. Luna was here before she was transferred. Ah. The torch that was supposed to help civilization survive the winter has turned into deadly flames. Are you asking us to change our direction of research and design the constructs for military use? Godwin frowns at the request. My research isn't for such a boring purpose. Go find Daedalus over at the Polar Institute. Humans are losing the war against the punishing virus. We urgently need a new weapon to bring the situation under control. Mr. Godwin, we hope you can understand. The man used a pleading tone, but he left no room for Godwin to negotiate. Even if I am to alter my field of research, the available materials are not made for such experiments. Now that Project Capitlia is compromised, I have no spare. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godwin. Other departments will provide full support. In a war that puts the survival of mankind at stake, there will be no shortage of volunteers who are willing to give their lives. I only have actually volunteered. Mr. Godwin, if you really can't handle the stress, we can send someone else to replace you. Don't forget to test for the adaptability of tantalum copolymers in it. Copolymers! The adaptability of tantalum copolymers. I can speak English, I promise. There's no point in running an experiment if it's guaranteed to fail. No, we need those failures. Huh? How about taking this opportunity to find out how to improve the test subject's adaptability of copolymers? Failed surgery is just a common misfortune at this time anyway. It's not English, that's science. Same thing. If only you could read it, it'd be great. After leaving the collapsed area, Lucy and Alpha are walking down in a dark corridor. Unlike upper levels, there's only one straight passage in this one. All the complex routes have merged together here. These marks are quite new. They were left by contract weapons. Alpha looks at the marks on the corridor walls and quickly comes to a conclusion. This is Chrono's important asset. We won't give up that easily. Alpha has suddenly found an answer to the question that has been haunting her. Unlike us who came in by coincidence, they should have their own access to the facility. Their priority must be to recycle the most important asset. That's why there's no trace of them in the upper levels. You've been distracted since just now. What is it that you want to ask? Did you say this was where Luna was before she was transferred? So they only told you part of the truth. Why am I not surprised? Look at the smile! I love her so much. How is she now? You don't need to know. Unless you need to eliminate a greater threat like Polyphage. What other reason do you have to be on the same side as her? You came alone without your squad because you didn't want to get them involved. Am I right? You've made your choice. Now live with it. Stop having dreams that will never come true. Leave Luna alone. Alpha suddenly stops talking. She frowns a little, trying to cast away the noises in her mind. They really are everywhere. Alpha thinks of the unexplained irritation earlier and frowns again. It won't change for no reason. Something must be triggering it. The gate ahead suddenly opens. A shambling figure appears in front as if to confirm her thoughts. Another test subject. No, he's completely infected. Can you control him directly? You want to become an ascendant faster. Alpha pulls at her blade and looks at the enemy in front. Don't let him touch you. It will worsen the Ascension Network's corruption. It was like a battle horn. The Wicked Corrupted began charging at them. You're still 13 rolls race league at a time. Oh yeah, of course! But doing your weeklies, you got plenty of pulls in this game. Seriously. Weeklies and dailies and stuff give you a ton. Target switch cooldown is greatly reduced. I
shall pave a path. The thunder that shall be my blade.
Attack me, I dare you!
Life and death are but a moment to give up. I won't hold back.
Oh.
Life and death are but a moment apart. I shall pave a path. I won't hide.
Come on then.
This prison of fate.
Come on, Alpha! Okay, well, how about, you die? You do that consistently at every character? Yeah, exactly. Honestly, this game is very free-to-play friendly. Like, the patch has only just started. You've got so much time to try and get Alpha. There is no rush, I promise you. I promise.
Life and death are but a moment apart.
You'll not be able to get her, be able to get like, probably your cub and weapon as well by the end of the patch or something. If you want to save a few practice, that is.
I'll do your wings, Commandant. Your orders. Is this all I have?
Here we go.
If only this were the last, Commandant.
And I'm applicated at the bottom of level of Fort Winter. Seeing the data on the glaring screen, Godwin is finally unable to control his rage. He punches his desk. There we go. You're suggesting the 29-30 pity for weapon to get off rate, right? It's 80-20 on rate off rate. So I want to believe. But the thing with the weapon matter is that like it doesn't go away. So say if you don't get a weapon, the only way you'll be able to get like enough pulls to probably get weapon matter pity again by the end of this patch. I think you should be able to. Like if you don't get it, you can get it at any point like in the future. So there's no rush at all. Prez's mood seems to be getting worse recently. Seeing Godwin's outburst to frighten researchers cannot help but waver. I need to rest, Professor. Rest? How can I rest at this point in time? Godwin gets emotional again. He raises his hands if he wants to grab something vague and distant. The data obtained from Empiria and Stigmata is a precious key. The opportunity to take control of the Ascension Network is right in front of me. How can I pause it now? But the mind stability of the vessel is near its limit. On top of that, we just received an earthquake warning from the logistics department. We need to hold the experiment until the earthquake is over. An earthquake? When did that happen? Professor, you really need a break. Use the next set of module parameters. Continue the experiment. Assistant still wanted to say something, but he let out a sigh. Understood. As the participants receive their orders, Godwin continues to stare at the screen in front. He's fully concentrated. Over time, he has ignored the trembling ground beneath his feet. Another earthquake. Protect the experiment terminal! Completely ignorant of the noises nearby. You out of your mind? Guards! Guards! He's ignored the splash of blood on his face. This guy's lost it. He forgot the senses of pain, smell, or touch. Only sees a slow-flowing green data stream. Data that could not be understood without in-depth analysis is now simple and clear like a children's picture book. The access terminal is already powered off. Godwin suddenly grabs it and lets out a frenzied laugh. I did it! I finally did it! Blood comes out of his eyes and nose. It flows into his mouth along the wrinkles, causing a violent cough. Hurry! Record the data now! Godwin finally stops coughing and shouts out loud, but the dead bodies in the lab apparently cannot respond to his request. However, he does not seem to be bothered. Instead, he just points at a black figure that broke into the lab before he could notice, furiously reprimanding it. What are you doing? Stop wasting time! A thick, pungent smell comes out when the last gate is opened. Dried blood, toppled desks and chairs, smashed terminals. The devastating scene is well preserved as cleaning robots are not allowed into such a top-secret lab. Ugh. Your chronic story skipper? It's fine, we don't judge here. Whether you skip the story or not is fine. I love reading it though. Lucia made every effort to avoid direct contact during the earlier battle, but she was inevitably exposed to the virus from the vast number of corrupted. Under normal circumstances, such a level of exposure would not even require a connection from the commandant's mind beacon. But right now, the slightest amount of punishing virus has become a spark that detonates the bomb, raising her infection to an incredible level. Once the insignificant ripples have turned into an overwhelming tsunami, threatening to devour Lucia's consciousness. I must not... Alfred's still able to move freely, but the burning pain in her left hand and the ear-splitting screech she keeps hearing are reminding her that time is running out. You turn on the device. Alpha takes Lucia to the switch, then quickly walks to the room behind the observation window. What's this? The inside of the room leaves Alpha in a daze. Connected to the device is not a construct, but a skeleton highly corrupted by the punishing virus. All you care about is seeing Crimson leave? I completely get it, honestly. This right here is distracting. I get it. The skeleton is chained to a chair with multiple visible fractures on the wrists and chest. They must have gone through a lot of struggle before death. This must be the connection device Luna mentioned. Let's take me to the deep voice, right? This must be the connection device Luna mentioned. Will it take me to the Ascension Network? A human skeleton. He had lost all patience. Alpha tries to move the skeleton aside, but the moment she touches it, the bones disintegrate and collapse to the ground. With no time to hesitate, Alpha puts the device on herself and nods at Lucia. When the button is pressed, Alpha's consciousness is pulled into a vortex. As she expected, when she opens her eyes, she sees the home that once belonged to Luna and her again. Welcome home, sister. The winter frost has dissipated. New green sprouts have grown. Somehow Alpha has also returned to her former appearance. Luna. It's Alpha's second time here. She once thought the girl in front was just an illusion generated by the Ascension Network to deceive her. She was not. This place is not a carefully set up trap, but the last shelter that Luna could offer without violating her duties. It's also the only connection left between them. The girl in white wants to approach her closest person, like always. But she stops soon after. This is your last time here, isn't it? Yeah. Alpha turns away, she's about to leave. Luna, you once believed the only way to change this world is to completely destroy it. And after you came back from the moon, you changed. You were willing to believe in other alternatives. I was glad to see those changes in you. But they also reinforced the connection between you and the Ascension Network. I was worried. But didn't do anything. Alpha closes her eyes. There's a rare hint of fragility on her face. I made a lot of bad decisions. Before I could realize it, I'd given up taking action on my own and began to rely on you. I kept telling myself to wait, to observe. That I needed more information before taking action. But I forgot the most important thing. Without action, all preparation would be wasted effort. Luna, I'm sorry that I left all the decisions for you to make. I was the one stuck in the same place. Alpha opens her eyes again and continues walking toward the door. Luna, I don't know what it meant for you to choose the Ascension Network. What the Ascension Network really means to you. But there's one thing I'm certain. It didn't give you an option to give up. Regardless of which path you will choose in the end, I want to keep as many options as possible for you. That's why we need to separate from each other, temporarily. I'm going to a faraway place. Sister, you can go. Do what you want to do. The warm shell is slowly collapsing. Alpha pushes the door open. As she walks on the shattered ground, the gaze behind her gradually disappears. When the gaze disconnects, Alpha enters the irrevocable reality. Is this really the right path? A voice similar to hers echoes in her consciousness again. Her limbs are tightly tied up by chains and ribbons. This is such a cool CG! What a cultured angle as well. I'm just saying. You did not need to provide this shot, but I appreciate that you did. Black cubes float around her, giving the entire space a confined feel. The shattered mirror reflects Alpha's real-world image. All eyes turn to her. That's the only connection between the two of you. You going to give her up? I'm not. That's why I can't allow myself to keep being manipulated. Alpha fiercely struggles. The crimson shackles continue to break and reform. Will her consciousness be devoured before she can escape? Or will she break away at the first bottom of this mind? I could have stopped him if I had enough power. Only the strong will survive, that's the only truth. The noises are turning into Alpha's familiar voices. They sound so near yet so far. Is this some sort of hallucination? Or a true feeling that had never been revealed? Civilization of this planet is embarked on new steps. Their nut-life form needs a new round of evolution. That is why the Ascension Network began its filtering. That is why the Ascendants came to the world. The punishing virus isn't a weapon or a tool. It's an inevitable law of nature that all civilizations will encounter during their development. Alpha sees a vast space full of stars. The light from billions of years ago reflects in our eyes. Since its birth, the universe has carried various information structures. Space, matter, energy. Different civilizations had different names for them. During their development, they gradually discovered these structures and interacted with them, creating new ones. Each information structure has its own mission and purpose. Humans, intelligent lives, are also part of these numerous information structures. The interface between information structure isn't one-sided. If one structure can affect the other structure, it will also receive their influence. Punishing virus has always been around. It will only be discovered under certain conditions. If punishing virus is always around, what is the Ascension Network then? Interaction leads to new structures. This law also applies to the punishing virus. The birth of Ascension Network is inevitable. It is a predetermined destiny. What exactly is the purpose of Ascension Network? To filter populations and civilizations until it's identified as individuals that can possibly break the law. Ooh, okay. Individuals. Stagnant civilizations will ultimately decline and perish. This is a deeper voice again. Stagnant civilizations will ultimately decline and perish. A form of life cannot halt the pace of evolution. The Ascension Network will continue to filter those until those individuals emerge. This is the universe's destiny. We look forward to unknown possibilities and give a task to the variables. You can reach the ending. The starry sky disappears in front of Alpha. She sees herself standing on a snowfield. Vital fluid has formed prismatic meandering streams. Countless blades impale the ground nearby. They are her metals, but also her prison. There is nobody else around her. Endless wreckage and remains have formed her throne. The sky seems within her arm's reach. Seeing such a view, Alpha smiles. There are no unbreakable destinies. Absolute laws don't exist. Survival of the fittest may be a common law, but it is never the truth. If nothing can survive till the end of the filtering, that's no different from locking us in a slightly bigger cage. Come out. Let's talk face to face. The next instant, Alpha disappears from the snowfield, leaving their remains behind like an empty grave. Looks like you've made your choice. The world has returned to its original form in Alpha's vision. Before she could realize it, she had already broken free from the shackle. Her frame is also restored. On the opposite side, another identical version of herself is walking out of the mirror. If you want to break the cage, then come face the final filtering. About to say the same. Katanas clash with each other, creating bright sparks. Alpha has lost track of how long she's been fighting. She only remembers that each clash of the blades will send the mind space trembling. Dark cracks have appeared on the border of the mind. Only infinite voidness can be seen outside. I like your infiltrating spirit, but how long can this mind last? As the two katanas clash again, reaction force sends both of them back a couple steps. Alpha tightens her grip on the hilt, forcing her arms to stop trembling. Your courage is commendable, but it will pull you into the abyss. Given the existing damage in your mind, you will only collapse before breaking away from the constraints. Alpha focuses solely on attacking and dodging, but each attack gets blocked by identical self in the same way it was launched. Poor spine! The wilderness is burning. As the ground begins to crack, lava erupts from the earth's fissures. Everything in the mind is shattered from their collisions. Alpha is gradually burning out. You lost. Alpha blocks the frontal heavy slash, but a hilt follows closely and hits her abdomen. The kick sends Alpha flying away. She coughs out a large mouthful of vital fluid, barely holding herself up with the blade. The attack was supposed to be one of her best moves. When her mind is on the brink of collapse, she has lost focus and is unable to capture every move on of the opponent. Illusions of death flash before her eyes among the fragments of her collapsing consciousness. This was never a fair battle. Time to put an end to it. She puts her blade back in its sheath, preparing for a final blow to the temporary immobilized Alpha. The flickering flames are about to die out. Get up! Pure white snowflakes suddenly appear between the burning flames. The snowflakes fall from above, ice balls rise one after another, separating the two fighters. The black-haired girl slides down an ice wall, slashing Alpha's and enemy consecutively. A deep dive. In such a situation, Alpha can feel her near-broken mind being repaired. Why would you go this far? Just like what happened in City 075 when Lucia entered Alpha's mind through a deep dive, the mind begins to fuse and overwrite each other as they share the same roots. Thanks to the fusion, Alpha's badly damaged mind was able to recover. But once the fusion exceeds the threshold, it will also completely overwrite Lucia's consciousness. Why help her? You're already on different paths. Alpha's phantom easily dodges Lucia's spinning slash, then strikes back with a few lightning bolts before Lucia's able to pull back the blade. We chose different paths. Snowflakes form an ice wall to block the incoming lightning. Lucia dashes forward again, swinging her blade non-stop to block the opponent's attack routes. We always... When the blade clash, Lucia immediately turns on the thruster behind her. It rapidly charges forward and knocks Alpha's phantom away, creating a turbulent airflow that sends the hem of Lucia's jacket flying. To fight against the same destiny! Lucia pulls back to Alpha with frost marks on her arm. She was covering the thruster's trail with her own body for that sneak attack to work. Don't want to be overwritten. I need to return to those waiting for me. Get up, Alpha! Is this all you can do? Are you going to fall here? This error that she once wanted to correct has embarked on a path completely different from hers. She thought their paths would never cross again, and they would only walk in opposite directions. Somehow, destiny always brought them together. Every now and then. Sometimes they point their blades at each other. Sometimes, lightning comes back to Alpha's blade and she and Lucia stand side by side. Before I reach the destination, I will never fall. Finish her off before you're overwritten. The seemingly endless battle is finally come to an end. The other Alpha shatters like the mirror she walked out from. Her flickering body is full of cracks, as if it will collapse in the next instant. More and more snowflakes appear in the consciousness space, flying in the air. The fusion's almost reaching the threshold. You must leave now. Lucia nods and disappears in the flying snowflakes. The consciousness space gradually turns back to its original broken look. We discover the path to another ending. Alpha does not seem bothered by her words. She just silently swings her blade once again at the Phantom's collapsing body. As the mirror breaks into pieces, the other Alpha also disintegrates into data fragments that are about to return to their main body through a link. The next moment, they are stopped by an invisible barrier. The space around her mind begins to contract, forming an inescapable cage. So this is your real intention. Blindly following the law of the filtering will never get us out of this cage. To create new alternatives, I need a power of deterrence. Now I'm your cage. Oh, now I'm your cage. Apollonia will not thank you. Other ascendants will see you as traitors. Everyone will be coveting your unique value. Maybe you'll not become everyone's enemy, but you'll never have any allies. It's okay. This is enough. If you cut off this tributary, your starting and end points will never cross. Over time, the vortex of infinity will pull you into a void abyss. This is only a beginning. I love Alpha so much. Alright. Let's do it. A few hours ago in Greyman's temporary camp. Hacking complete. Turns out it's an encrypted comms address. As Lee continues to work on it, the lengthy non-disclosure agreement has turned into a simple string of numbers and letters. So how you connect to this address, commanded. Lee nods to connect to the address. After a slight noise, the screen shows no image but a voice can be heard through the speaker. I'll jump to the conclusion. The reason why Lucia was Asimov. They're talking about Lucia. Sound quality is not great, but it's still enough for you to identify the speaker. Would you like to continue listening to it, Commandant? Yeah, keep going. It is worth finding out. Lee turns off the device when the speaker is no longer making any sound. Gravey remains silent, trying to digest the fact. Liv? Can you check if this is a forged recording? I already matched the voice print and ambient noise halfway through the recording. It wasn't forged. What they were talking about, is it true, Commandant? At least it's in line with my experience. What do we do now, Commandant? The source of this information is unknown. So the actual conversation won't be disclosed to you later, right? If we confronted the HQ, they would question where we got this information from. Maybe this recording itself was meant to sow discord among us. Give me Commander Nicola. Really? You would surely want to find out where you got it from. It's okay, I won't ask any questions that's not related to Lucia. I will leave some room for explanation. I understand. Let me wipe off my wiretapping evidence from the terminal first. I'll first just open her eyes when the ground begins to shake violently. All the alarm indicators are screaming like the cries of a dying beast. Through the transparent glass, she sees a strange figure standing where Lucia was before. Clang. The dagger she hurled went through the glass, only to be blocked by a purple moon umbrella. Who were you? The tall, slim female puts away her moon umbrella and picks up the dagger, then gently places it on a desk nearby. She takes off her top hat and bows to Alpha gracefully. Allow me to apologize again for my inappropriate manner last time. It's my honor to meet you, Ascendant. Or should I call you an agent now? The name's Lilith. I came with good faith. Lilith puts her hat back on and looks at Alpha with a sincere smile. This is the same voice I heard before. You opened the gates of Fort Winter, didn't you? Before entering Fort Winter, Alpha already sensed the cameras and the abnormal movements and zooming. She'd been guarding against potential enemies. You could have gone in without my help, couldn't you? Still, it would be great if I saved you some time there. The best lie is a half-truth. The Ascendant who said this were here. They probably already begun their sincere talks. Where did you take her? She was unconscious due to a mind overload. I left her in a safe location outside Fort Winter. I know you care about her a lot, but I don't want others to disturb us. Disturb us? The loud explosion has sent the entire Fort Winter trembling. Don't look at me that way. It was Corona's people. They didn't get to run back to their multi-purpose fighter, but still managed to activate the self-destruction program. I was so close to stopping them. What do you want? As a relatively new Ascendant, isn't it normal for me to admire my powerful predecessor? May I have the honor to witness your power? That has always been my goal ever since I joined the Ascendants. I have no interest in that. Go wag your tail at your master. Too bad he never revealed his power. Besides, I don't want him to see me as a usurper. Don't you want to know where that construct is? You can also tell me your location right now and get lost. I'm afraid I can't. It took me a lot of effort to find this opportunity. Although surrounded by explosions, they don't seem to panic at all. Alpha and Lilith both fall down as the ground underneath begins to collapse. After cutting apart the debris in front, Alpha sees a sea of lava. This is where those scientists disposed of their failed work. Lilith is sitting on an exposed steel bar, enjoying the majestic view. Of course, they were also regarded as failures and thrown into the incinerator in the end. Don't you find it sarcastic? Those who claim to have controlled the direction of evolution ended up being filtered out. How do you know so well? I had a past similar to yours. She chuckles. You're really not joining us. When can we confound an ascension of Project Winter victims? Association of Project Winter victims, damn it. I'm not interested. Tell me where she is. Show me how much you can get from me then. Man, she's pretty. Here we go. God, she's so hot.
Is that the best you can do? Life and death are but the sun.
Okay, let's do it.
My blade. Now you're on the other side of the line.
Let's do it. Oh my god, the way she holds the umbrella. Okay, I was gonna use the thing, but I think I just don't need to.
I will sever this prison of fate.
Come on, Alpha. I just parried attacks! That felt amazing!
My blade. Want to see some card tricks?
Yes, I do! Wait, dodge after counter attack. Wait. I do want to see some card tricks, actually! I would love that so much, ma'am! Please, show me your card tricks! Please, show me your card tricks!
You're the most alluring when you
She has final voice lines in English, and I'm not okay! I am not okay!
I thought you'd be more interesting.
I'm sorry, ma'am! I'll be more interesting in the future! Please forgive me! I'm so sorry! I love her so much!
Give me all you got.
I love her so much! I'm sorry, I'm not worthy to be in your presence, ma'am! I'm so sorry, I don't deserve it! I don't deserve it! I don't deserve to be in your presence, I'm so sorry! I will leave you alone! Ah! Please, it should have been me! I ran out of dodge gauge, so I'm kind of screwed for a little bit. Can fix her. No, make her worse. I want her to make me worse. I want to make me worse.
Now you're on the other side of the line. Life and death are but a I won't.
Ah, shit, she hit me.
A worthy opponent. I will sever this prison of fate.
It's such a fun fight, man. Gonna hit me?
Life and death are but a moment. The sun will shine. She'll be my blade.
Oh my god, the cards. Shoot. Oh, she like me again. Oh boy.
I won't hold back. Life and death are but a moment apart.
Oh!
A worthy
I just got thigh slammed! I was... Ah! How am I supposed to win a fight if I can't pay attention? I'm getting distracted!
I will sever this prison of fate.
She just
this prison of fate. You can wager your single orbs in our heart-to-heart.
It's a heart-to-heart indeed, ma'am! I'm so sorry I'm in your presence! I'm so sorry I'm breathing your air!
So be my flame.
I am so sorry! I should not be in your presence like this! I don't deserve it!
Life and death are but a moment apart.
You gonna hit me?
Life and
What are you
death
doing?
are but a moment apart. I will sever this prison of fate.
It's just an amazing fight! Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna die again, but it's worth it. I don't care.
So be my flame.
Absolutely worth it. Hit me! I dare you! Oh shit, you can't parry. Oh, you can. It should have been me. 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 Where the hell did she go? I can't even see her anymore. I'm got distracted again by the thigh attack, right? You're telling me you don't get chokeslammed by your thighs? How am I supposed to be normal in this situation? I'm so glad my parents aren't home to hear this.
This prison of fate.
I'm so glad my parents can't hear this right now. My I love that. I love that so much. Oh my god! Getting thigh chokeslammed! Ah! That is an attack that they can do! Ah! I love Lilith so much. Anyway, the clang of metal continues amidst fierce explosions. Cultivation tanks break away from their slots, falling into magma. That's right. Who will burn out first? Us or this place? Let's bet on it. The battle will end before that. The katana clashes with the opponent, umbrella again, once again, splashing numerous sparks. Too late. When this thought flashes through Lilith's mind, she sees Alpha's katana scrolling upwards into the sky. She then takes a sudden kick from her right abdomen. When Lilith is knocked away, she finally sees Alpha's hand without any weapon in it. The swirling slash was nothing but a feint attack. You are terribly wrong if you think I can't fight without a weapon. The spinning katana falls back in Alpha's hand. Lilith quickly attempts to summon punishing ice to repair herself. However, I can't control the virus anymore. Since your power as an agent. Something seems to be interfering with the temporary access given by Vonnegut. Will not turn Lilith into corrupted just yet, but sufficient to prevent her from adjusting her own virus concentration. The Sig boss fight you can to try PGR. Yes, just do it. Just down. It's free. Why would you not? Agent, is that what you think? I want to be at the end of both of their blades at the same time. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much for me to ask? Lilith holds herself up with the moon umbrella as Alpha walks close. I surrender. Here's the location of the Babylonia construct. She quickly raises her hands, letting her moon umbrella sway and fall to the ground. The location appears in Alpha's vision. Lucia is quietly leaning against a tree. Her shoulders are already covered by the fallen snow. Are you gonna burn out with me? Even the most insane gambler would not challenge the house when there's no chance of winning. This place is going to collapse. Babylonia's people will be here any moment. I would be digging up my own grave if I continued to mess around. Lilith's hands remain in the air as if her madness was just a camouflage. With a move of her finger, a storage unit slides down Lilith's sleeves into her hand. She tosses it at Alpha. You probably haven't gone to the core database yet. You'll need the data in the storage unit, I think. Why did you do that? The most important mission Mr. Vonnegut gave me was to invite you to join us. But you don't seem keen at all, which makes me wonder. Am I not sincere enough? Can you leave me a message if you're satisfied with my additional service? So I can at least bring something back to him. Lilith really takes out a voice recorder from her pocket. Alpha no longer responds. She just turns away and walks out from the exit. How heartless. Lilith presses the record button. A bunch of flowers pops out from the recorder's top. Prepare this surprise for you. What a waste. I want flowers! I want flowers from her, please! She seems a little upset as she pulls a petal out of the bouquet and tosses the rest on the ground. Highly corrosive fluid flows out the bouquet and rapidly spreads, accelerating the fall of the steel platform underneath. Before anyone arrives, this place would have already sunk into the magma. I better go before little puppy finds me. Lilith, I can't say her name, goddammit, I'm too distracted. Lilith also disappears into the white mist produced by the reaction between the corrosive fluid and the metal. God, she is so cool. I'm not okay. Three hours passed after the Grey Room received the mission to support and rescue Lucia. Asking too many questions is not going to do you any good. You should stay out of this. Actually, when I was in the coma, I saw Risha's institute from the perspective of someone else. Keep speaking. After matching the coniferous forest and landscape against the satellite map, we've located the approximate position. What do you think about that perspective? I'm guessing it's from us and its Alpha's point of view. Why? I had a similar experience before. Els is right. You were just a magnet for trouble. How's Lucia now? The Science Council believes Lucia was affected by Alpha's mind activity signals, using the connection to search for this signal source. Who are you in this operation then? I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to get involved again. Now give me a reason why you must step into this mess. First, if the signal really came from Alpha, Graven would be the best candidate given that they fought so many times and now equipped with the latest specialized frames. I'll take that as a reason, but not good enough. Graven is not in the best shape now Lucia is out of combat. The power armor is meant to provide commandants with bonus protection so they don't get killed in battles, especially for some younger ones who are always reckless. But don't even think you can make it for the missing contracts, let alone that she's a specialized frame. The second reason is Kronos hasn't given up on me. So why don't we just give me a little more of their attention? Good that you know it. Alright. Since you're already prepared to become a bait, I wouldn't say no. You arrived at this destination in a shuttle. After discussing with Liv and Lee, you decided to split up for the best rescue efficiency. The snowstorm hinders your vision and slows you down as you constantly watch out for the landscape under your feet. You continue to walk through the storm. Constantly took off. You continue to walk through the storm, trying to find a place with good visibility to look for shuttle debris. High signal approaching. You look at the direction pointed out by the AI. A vague figure appears in the storm, giving you a familiar feel. A word slips out of your lips. Lucia! The figure holds slightly, then walks over. I wish that were me! I wish that were me! It's unfair! It's so unfair! You're finally here. If you come a little later, we'll have to send you somewhere else. Alpha? The black-haired girl quietly lies in Alpha's arms. There are not many marks in her frame, but her face really looks so exhausted. Keeping a close eye on Alpha, you press the button to call for assistance while checking Lucia's condition through mind connection. Alpha remains silent with no intention to stop you. The blocker of her... Wait. Oh, my cat wants to leave. 1 second. Meeple wants to leave. Meeple wants to leave. One sec. Ow, ow, ow. There we go. Meeple's gone, everyone. Crab emoji. Oh, shoot. Ah, I ran over my blanket. No! Here we go. My chair ran over my blanket. By meat fort. That was indeed meat fort. Yes. The blocker room devices are damaged. She doesn't need it anymore. Why? Ask her when she wakes up. I'll trust her words better. Commanded. Alpha looks over. You notice that she's no longer covering her left eye. You know what happened to her, don't you? I know very well. Can't believe I didn't hide it from you this time. No, someone must have leaked the information to you. They surely trusted you a lot. What would you do if they were to seal her up? Carry on fighting for her. She can see the situation getting better upon her return. Are you so sure you can survive till that day? If I can't make it, she can witness it for me. Is that so? Her fierce gaze pierces through the storm and your exhaustion, and your exoskeleton armor, as if she will see through your heart. Do you know that, to some people, protecting a corrupted construct can be seen as a sign of defecting? The choice I made was never meant to just impact the present. I want more than just a result. What's the future world like in your vision? Will we regain the glory of the Golden Age? Hope it can be a little better than that. A little better. After a brief moment of silence, Alpha passes Lucia to you. Take her. You hold Lucia firmly and find out she's a storage unit in her hand. What's this? It contains the records of Project Winter. Haven't you been investigating it? Why? I already have what I want and don't care about the rest. And since you're taking action to bring another possibility into practice, it would be a shame if you keep repeating the past mistakes. You can't stay ignorant if you want to uphold your beliefs. But knowing the truth also means peering into the abyss. Are you truly ready? Don't go on that path. Is that so? Then struggle with all your might. Even if only one can reach the finishing line. I'd also like to see how far you can go. What are you going to do next? Your members are here. Go. Alpha looks in the direction, in the distance beyond the snowstorm. We have our own paths to walk. It's not time for them to cross yet. For that, I suggest you focus on things beyond the reach of other agents and the tower. What do you mean? Alpha seems to have lost interest in explaining. She turns away and disappears into the storm alone. You hear rushed footsteps from behind. Madden! Lucia! You turn around and see your members quickly running to you, along with some Purifying Force members who seem to be heavily wounded. All good, let's go back. Lucia finds herself in an empty hall. There are no people nearby, not even a sound. Only pale light shines on grey metal walls to reflect her shadow. The vast emptiness brings her a level of anxiety that she has never felt before. She can't help but retreat to the corner. The white light feels heavy and suffocating. The light seems to have its own will. The more she tries to move it back into the shadow, the more closely it follows, mercilessly exposing her. Sample for observation, the key to capturing the punishing virus. Key subject. Ever since learning the truth, she's become used to these comments. At least, she touches her palm as if she can feel the familiar warmth. When she held that hand, it pulled her out of the void. A person gave meaning to her life. For the first time, she felt connected to the world. It all started with her encounter. We arranged a commandant for... Better get it done before the activation program. She suddenly hears a discordant voice in her memory. Her palm begins to feel cold. Already done. Wait. Yeah, the surveillance on her takes top priority. Get her a smart commandant. Don't worry, we picked a great graduate after many rounds of selection. Her precious memories begin to crack like a mirror. She grasps her own hand and her metal joint squeaking in terror. This is what she's always been fearing. If meeting each other was also carefully arranged coincidence, would also be left in her. No. After she learned that person's way of thinking and doing things, she realized the person had never lied to her. She desired to get close to that person. Her feelings were genuine. Those bonds were not fake. So even if someone took it first. My bad. I thought no one would pick an incomplete squad. But don't worry, I had already put Blank into hibernation in the name of frame maintenance. You can transfer her to care of one of our people later. Who took the squad? Here's the information. Not again. Manner? Nothing. It's a graduate who refused the transfer order. Let it be. What? I say just let this one be the new commandant of Graven. I wonder what the chief of FOS will bring for us. Turns out that it was never any carefully arranged coincidence. The light no longer feels cold but warm. Instead, that person is probably safer from another emptiness. The new chief of FOS. Oh, I remember. The name is... Abby! I'm here, Lucia! Calibrating the vision module took Lucia some time. She finds the ceiling somewhat familiar. Commandant, where are we? You're in the concert department of Star of Life. Tower of Life. Oh! How's your injury, Commandant? The wound wasn't deep. I'm already fine. Thank goodness. And sorry. It wasn't your fault. Besides, you already pushed me away. Thanks for Scott's Panther for the membership. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So much. Lucia tries to sit up but fails to do so due to the fatigue in the frame and a sharp pain in her mind. Don't push yourself too hard. Your frame was badly damaged. Not to mention your mind needs multiple repair sessions. He tries to feel her frame. This time the fatigue is slightly different from the past injuries. Frame damage is probably not the sole reason for my fatigue. I will prove your innocence. Seeing the human's serious face, Lucia smiles. She's about to say something when the ward's door is suddenly opened. Now, Command, the missing time is over. You need to go. Have a little more time! Still under observation. There's no room for negotiation. Your understanding is appreciated. Command, can you help me say I'm back to live in Lee? Sure. Lucy waves goodbye to the human and watches the ward door close again. We've finished the inspection of this thing. You can have it back now. Lucia's terminal. Apart from one new message, there's nothing special. The decision has been made to return it to her commandant. Once again, I would like to thank Grey Raven on behalf of my squad. It was Lee and Liv who found you. You should thank them. I will. Among the crowd, a girl construct has come to the front of a desk of a hospital. Hi there. What can I do for you? Are you looking for the construct department? No. The girl shakes her head. Her presence is so weak that it feels like she will disappear into the crowd in the next instant. Could you please tell me? Where's Mr. Kugawa Kurono? Someone is gazing upon it from not far behind, but she has not noticed it. I see. Okay. That was it. She didn't seem to be interested in joining us. In fact, she was strongly against it. Do you also see this coming, Mr. Did you also see this coming, Mr. Vonnegut? You did not answer. Why did you set a test that I wouldn't be able to pass? That was harsh. Not really. Now a basic understanding of their purpose and abilities. More importantly, I needed to confirm whether she would interfere with our upcoming plan. Besides, that would make you work even harder to complete the other task, don't you think? Lilith opens her palm. The storage unit lies on it. I wouldn't be able to catch it from the endless sea of data if my dear auntie didn't generously share the key with me. Vonnegut takes the storage unit from Lilith. He puts it in front of his eyes, admiring it like a piece of treasure. Pardon my rudeness, but there's a small question I'd like to ask. What do you plan to do with the sample? There's a promise from long ago that I need to honor. You did well in the test. We're almost ready to awaken, Cathilla. What about the Forsakens? Shall we keep going? Their leader is quite sharp. He's already begun investigating. No need to worry. They won't have time for us. Are you talking about those deserters from Babylonia? Not only them. Well, to a certain extent, all events and conflicts can be attributed to one thing to begin with. Watanabe! A goal! Let's go! Watanabe looks at the newly piled up mound in front. He puts a paper flower on it. We wouldn't be able to stop the kidnapping without the intelligence you sent us. What? Walker? Your sacrifice will not be in vain. One day the original orders will be restored on this land. Watanabe looks up. Old and new burial mounds lie up on the cemetery with paper flowers on each of them. The ashes of the sacrifice merge with the sand into the mounds, returning to this land. Here was everybody's name here. Nothing is forgotten. We'll see you later. Next time I'll bring some good news. Watanabe rises to his feet and leaves the small cemetery. Boss, we have more newcomers. Help them settle down first. Don't forget to verify the identities. Got it. But I'm afraid we don't have enough people to train them. I mean, we are much better than new recruits ourselves. It'd be quite a challenge for us to take care of so many newcomers. I'll go to the training camp myself. Another senior of mine will also come to help them train. Your senior? I thought you were a senior enough, leader. Of course. I respect him a lot. Watanabe said with a convex look. But he did not reveal that person's name. Is there anything else I need to know? It's by the clean zone. Abalone has sent someone here again. It's only a matter of time before they come again. I just didn't expect them to be so impatient. Where are they now? Take me to them. The closed doors of the Science Council are now open. Oh, hello, Evie. Rosa! Hi, Rosa! Hi, Asimov! This isn't your appointment time. I'm just passing by and wanted to say thank you. Lucia's situation with the Science Council's responsibility. I just did what I should. You did more than that. Hearing your words, Asimov could not help but stop. Rosa? Yes? Go to the archives room. I want a copy of all the records related to mind overload and the experiments of Hyperreal. Huh? I see. Slightly anxious. Rosa rushed down immediately. When will I get to finish going through so many records, she mumbled. When did you guess that? During the conversation just now. Right. I was the one who added the encrypted comms address. So why are you here? Just to say thank you. You put a storage unit in Asimov's hand. What's this? Asimov's pupils contract slightly. He's obviously guessed something. It's a record of the experiments in Fort Winter. You should submit it to Commander Nicola. It's just a backup. Why did you do that? You always stay neutral. You do something so risky. It must be something you really want. I'll take it for now. Can I ask a question? Bring it on. What will you do with this data? Whether it's the Army or Corona, they always withhold some information when sharing it with the Science Council. Not to mention their real purpose is to use the information to advance their plans. In a way, it makes the Science Council their accomplice. Perhaps the President wants to stop Project Winter through politics. But as long as someone still hopes to exploit this project for their own good, it will only be a matter of time before it's restarted. Are you trying to end Project Winter completely? Right, but in a scientific way. The only way to completely crush their hopes is to prove that it is wrong from the roots. Which is why this complete information comes at just the right time. What about you? What is your goal? I want to see the same things happen again. This is Lucia from Raven. The following recording is not subject to any form of coercion or interference. It's entirely of my own volition. My frame has developed unprecedented abnormal symptoms, which even caused me to hurt my commandant. Based on the message left by the escort team and my own evaluation, I cannot guarantee when I will go completely out of control before the problem is resolved. In order to avoid irreversible consequence and prevent innocent people from being hurt, before I can fix the issue of myself, I, Lucia, will to step down as the captain of the Raven! And this terminal will probably be discovered by the Purifying Force team, who escorted me. If you can, please pass the words to Lilith and my commandant. I will safely return, no matter how long it will take me. That's all. Lucia! No! Totally grab the terminal, which is already getting warm in your pocket. We in the same team now? You reach it to Asimov. After a brief moment of hesitation, Asimov's hand grasped yours. It was a little cold. Well, at least to end it with an Asimov handshake, which is a good way to end it, right? Anyway, that was Wintry Shackles! The whole story. And man, was it a good one. Man, was that a very good one. I'll grab these. Right. Before I call it here, in the description, I was gonna say this last part before my internet died. There is a link in the description, not only to download PGR. Thank you so much, Korean, for sponsoring the stream, but also a link to the music that they made recently. Resounding Storm. I listened to it. It's really, really good. If you want to go listen to that, would recommend it. It's very, very cool. Honestly, they're like two alpha songs. There's Resounding Storm and there's the one that was commissioned a while back, and both of them just go so hard. So alpha and good music go hand in hand. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here for now. Sadly you can't download the game twice. No, download it on download it everywhere. Your PC, your smart fridge, your emulator, your phone, your parents' phone, your grandma's phone. But yes, thank you so much, Kura Game, for sponsoring the stream. Sorry the stream was split into two again. Unfortunately, YouTube hates me, so I do what I do, but oh well. I'll see you guys, tomorrow. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Oh my god, my brain is not working. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. And I think it's all I need to say. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Good night.